What's up, folks? Welcome to Wasted Space, and welcome back to the Rim. And I apologise muchly for the absence of episodes recently. Not only have I been kind of under the weather, but there's been some stuff going on in real life that's kind of got in the way of recording, so apologise for that. Back to normal now, and more importantly, back to getting this mess here, I think going through the final stages of sorting. So I've got a bit of an idea where I want to put things now, how I'm going to lay them out. There's going to be a few changes here, because having read through your comments, there's a few things I'm doing that just isn't quite as efficient as it could be. So we'll start off up here, and that is, it's helpful to have exits all around the base, just in case we get attacked from this side and you need a way in and out. But this has ended up being like crazy inefficient. So I think what I'm going to do before I do anything else is get in here and kind of redo this fridge. Instead of having it as part of, instead of having it as a separate fridge, I'm going to make it part of this one. Part of our existing one, which does mean I'm going to have to deconstruct and waste some materials on a few bits and bobs, but nothing too bad. And then let's have a look. I'm just going to cancel all of this off for the time being, and instead, so get rid of this corridor, open the whole thing up. How are we doing for building material? We're not doing very well for building materials, roger that. In which case, I'll let them get on with that. What do we got? I think it's Moldark doing our building at the moment. Where are you at? Everyone's asleep, so that's not a particularly big surprise, but I assume that Rockmill's still set up for sandstone. Yep, yeah, we need to get this fridge sorted before we lose too much more meat. Speaking of which, let us also, I don't need to butcher any more creatures for the time being. We have meat everywhere. Save that for when we get the genetics side of things sorted. So yeah, up here, changing the fridge around, we'll probably end up putting the corridor like there or something like that, and then up here we can have our hospital and our genetics. And then down here, I'm going to do something a bit different to any of the things I said I was going to do, which is I'm actually going to make this room here, both guests and prisoners, essentially duplicating almost this layout. Not quite, but a similar layout to that. And then I'm going to make this side, so imagine this side is prisoners, this side is guests. Guests won't need toilets, prisoners will. And then this room I can keep nice and chunky, nice and large, so that they get a buff for being in there, and then slip all of our like heating and plumbing and so on along the bottom. Speaking of which, do we have... I still don't have any. We need someone to start making some rocks, please. Hollock, what are you up to? Still asleep? Ooh, a party? Relationships, all sorts? Now is not really the time for a party, now is time for getting on with things. The other thing I want to do today is, if we've got the metal for it, which we don't, is start getting some security down. Start getting some turrets down and around. I mean, the mini turrets are rubbish, but they're probably better than nothing. I might even go and do some, once this is finished, I might even go and do some research on turrets as well. Start to defend ourselves a bit. Like, that Scyther rush did kill a fair few turrets. Oh, not kill a fair few, it killed one, didn't it? Did they rebuild? They must have rebuilt it. Because that turret definitely died in that fight. It blew up at the start. Oh well. Let's, anyway, get some copies of these going. We don't really have any power running out here yet, so I might have to do something about that as well. Far enough away there. In fact, if I put them in front of the walls, the turrets... Actually, no, that works. The turrets get shot first. So that should be alright, and then we just need to run some power out. It's this corner and the one below it I'm most concerned about, honestly. Power's going to end up coming up there anyway, so let's just... no, that's not going to reach, is it? Maybe a couple out like that for now. And then down here, I'll kind of want to do the same thing. You guys might as well keep moving. Let's not keep you held up. Yeah, I mean, in fact, I need to redo these walls completely because they're just rubbish left over from when I was fighting the crash ship down here. So, deconstruct that lot. We'll keep that line, and then I'll buff up this line, I think. Probably makes sense. Something on those lines. Yeah, this way I'll be able to split the guest areas up so that we don't end up... I mean, these guys happen to be getting along at this point, but so we don't end up with this weird situation. Where's Jackalope as well? Can you go and do some trading, please? What have you got that I fancy? Absolutely nothing. All right, what have I got that you fancy? A bad revolver, some broken pants, anything else suitably exciting, similarly exciting to go alongside? Ooh, a broken toque, almost broken toque. Some actually broken toques. Oh, that's amazing. I guess I could sell a blue fuzz bowler hat for most of their money. Yeah, enjoy your shiny bowler hat. What was that all about? He just got a mood, like a negative. while he was in here, and that seems a bit odd. They're getting the dining room done. Has anybody cutting rock? Moldoc is finally cutting rock. You getting it all from up here? Might be an idea to haul that stuff down then. You got a stockpile near him? These are all planted now. I think our only stockpile zone's down here. Copy. Wolf genetic material is... No, we don't... No! We can't be losing genetic material. I need to get that fridge done. Ah, disappointing. Disappointing. I'd like to get this sorted out as well, but I think what's going to end up happening here, because we don't need the heat from it anymore, I will surround those things just in a bit like that on each side and rebuild the plant building somewhere else. Yeah, I can't do anything about the genetic material for the time being. It's going to rot away until we get the fridge done. Oh yes, I was halfway through getting that stockpile done, wasn't I? So, stockpile up here. Is that close enough? Yeah, just have it out here next to the flower beds. That way someone should go and unload it all to there, and Moldoc will get through the stone a bit quicker. And structure... Hey, research done, right. Do I go for gas... Yeah, I need gas operation for autocannons. That's 5,200 for something decent there. Military grade turrets aren't even that good here. Rocket complex does sound kind of fun. But the gun complex is useless. Alright, I'm going to go this route, I think, and then autocannon. At least for now. Whoops, not what I had in mind. Right, let's get some walls for this fridge sorted. So, I don't know how high I want to go yet. In fact, let's use that as the cut-off point. I think that works. That'll leave us enough room for a hospital and genetics. And, at the same time, be an absolutely enormous fridge for future use. Obviously, that's going to need to be doubled in, and then I'm going to forbid one little block in the hope that maybe that means they don't get themselves stuck inside, maybe? With a bit of luck, who knows? And then I can do over-wall coolers for this one instead. Maybe replace these ones and do that better as well. I forgot they were a thing last time. Wide over-walls like that. Maybe a couple there and a couple down. How far from the top to do it? 1, 2... So, a couple down here as well, and then we'll get rid of those completely. I'm going to run out of metal doing this, though, aren't I? In fact, I have run out of metal doing this. And I don't recall us having, like, tons kicking around. This is gone. We've used all of that now. Any of these steel walls? Doesn't look like it. No. Well, plenty of construction components and jade and whatnot, but... I might have to go and try and do something with the stuff that's up here, the stuff that's been awkward to get at. I mean, this stuff might be alright, actually. It was this bit here that ended up with deep water underneath it, so we couldn't get at it. So maybe this is okay. Just means they've got to run round through this marsh right next to the edge of the map, which I don't particularly like, but whatever. We need the steel. We are smelting it, right? Yeah, we are smelting metal from slag. Good, good. There's just so much stuff going on right now, it's keeping him a bit tied up. I might need to redo how the door and so on works in this section. Right. Now over here, let's do some planning, right, because I don't want to interrupt what they're doing with the fridge. So I'm thinking, do we have a single width corridor? I mean, I'm not a fan of the single width corridors, but in this case I think we need to, and then I'll just use one of these fan lights again down the middle. And then one side we have prisoners, one side we have guests, so let's split that in half for both sides. That way we've got different tribes, different prisoners, they won't necessarily get angry with me. And now I just need to... I could do these top two as prisoners because they're connected to the plumbing, or I could do these... Let's do this side as prisoners and this side as guests, I think. So that'll leave room for a little toilet, and now I just need to fit beds and so on in there, whereas for the guests I don't need to do that. Yeah, the guests I should be able to sort of... I don't know, one there, one that's leaving more room than I actually think I need, isn't it? Yeah, in fact that's a really awkward spacing. It doesn't quite fit in any direction. Unless I stack them along the back, which I think works. I think they're allowed to be next to each other like that, but we can find out. Might as well. Am I gonna have to speed it up? Yep. Are they? What are they even doing? Are they doing turrets, or are they? I guess this one should probably get reinstalled somewhere down near this wall, so we can make use of that properly as well. Oh yeah, I need to do something about this solar power as well, because we're wasting a ton of power from it. I don't know why I thought it would be a cunning plan to... In fact, I do. It was suggested in a few comments, but in reality, there's no real reason to separate those two networks. Like, there's no benefit being gained by doing so. So I'm going to connect them together and deconstruct that lot, and then I guess I'm going to have to go through and do the wire manually. Wish there was that remove wires tool, a bit like there is with the remove pipes. We'll probably start getting this plasteel as well, because that'd be good for when we finally get some turrets together. Now that stuff's mostly done. On the basis of that, let's deconstruct all of this rubbish. Yep. And reinstall you... Why are things not clicking properly? Yeah, this is the problem within here. If I do the wall where I was originally intending, there really isn't much room to put stuff like around the room. Whereas if I move it a bit, like I need to watch and see if anyone can actually get through that gap there, because I don't think they can. Oh, psychic drone. No, actually, I suppose that could be worse. Whereas this way, it'll leave me a little space to both do that, but also have room for our plumbing and everything. Not quite centered, which will be annoying. How much room do you think I need to leave for plumbing and batteries? Like, that's probably enough, isn't it? And then I can always shift the tables around. It's literally just sort of a plant room for all intents and purposes. Not a wooden door for the plant room, I think. I think we'll have a sandstone door for the plant room. In fact, shall I split the plant room in half for the sake of if one half gets on fire, the other half won't? I think I will. And then we need to do plumbing to go with it. Hygiene, sandstone. Oh, right, that is plumbed, but this bit isn't. Gonna need stuff there for the toilets. And then we're gonna need to reinstall these in the plant room. I do not know what's going on with my click not registering properly today. What's that all about? Get those in there. Start moving the batteries down from up there, which will give me more room. Obviously, I need to change the floors. Did they manage to do this without getting themselves stuck inside? No, not yet. Yeah, not yet. I think I might clean this all up as well, like I mentioned last time. I'm trying to turn it into a proper... No, because I was going to change this whole edge bit. Don't do that, Wasted. This will no longer be attached to the base. I'm going to clean that up properly. Not necessary. I should also, once we've expanded the fridge, make some gaps for people to more quickly traverse around the fridge in. Is this going to be us out of stone? Kinda. The score was okay. Only okay. Nice, we can get at that. Cool. Does that mean we've got turrets up? No. No, it just means they've deconstructed that. Right, let's do heavy sandbags. We have no sand. Really? I might as well do sauropod leather, because I guess that's still what we've got most of. No, actually, we're pretty much out of all the leathers. I got plain leather. I got enough for a couple plain leather. Actually, I've enough for quite a few plain leather. Right, let's get those down there. Might as well extend that bit round and properly connect them on, even though it doesn't make much sense. And then, oh, I need to get some sand. Terraforming. Soil from sand. I think that should do it. It's just a question of if there's any sand around. Is this not? This isn't sand? Okay. That's going to be awkward. I'm trying to think if there's any other way of getting hold of sand. I think I can make it, can't I? Yeah, that's the only one I can think of that goes straight there, so I think I'm going to end up having to actually craft the blooming stuff. Caravan request? Oh, oh no, guys, why? How are you both in there? Literally seal yourself in. Alright, let's deconstruct the walls quickly then. At least they'll get straight on it and they're both actually builders. There we go. This is all indoors, right? Yep, cool. You're connected, so let's drop you down to proper temps. No, wrong button wasted. -3, and another -3 for you. Those ones down there aren't finished yet. And now, expand that whole bit out. Clear off those plans. Nice and clean. And Steam's finished downloading Borderlands 2. How about that? Thank you, Steam. Helpful. Yeah, I should probably allow them to get at that bit as well. Right, that's much better. Get the stuff out of the other storage and get it in there. Nice, and now they're doing that. That means that I can... whack these walls down. No, we don't want that anymore either. Yeah. And I think little toilets in the corners like that work okay. Something along those lines. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now let's get this bit up here going properly. So that's actually our corridor. Still got to leave a way in and out, and we can get rid of all of that now because that's no longer fridge. Nice, and then... ooh, actually, I might leave that. Is that enough room for our hospital? No, I'd want the hospital one bigger than that. I think we want the hospital that width. Room for hospital, yeah, because that gives us room to put TV the other side. Where's recreation? Just double check I'm right about that. Yeah, that'll mean that if we put the TV the other side, it does hit the beds, so that works. Of course, you could always do it from the ends, but that's a bit weird. Nope, that'll do. And a way in and out, I suspect, is required. Let's have an auto door there, and let's also have one there, or just after they come inside. Could also have one from the outside, but I think that might be a bit from the brave side of things. No, I'll leave that for the time being. Let them get on with it a bit. Okay, so this side is going to be prisoners, so they can have chunky doors. This side is going to be guests, so they can have wood ones. Mostly, I think what's happening at the moment is all of the hauling. Ooh, turrets. Turrets, no less. That does not mean that you can now attack me, Cass. That's not how it works. Copy of you. No power down here. Part of me almost wants to put the turret around the corner for this one, but I don't think that's a great plan. Have a turret in the corner? No, turret in the middle, and then you guys, I'm going to have to run a turret out to you. I know these are pretty crap defenses for the time being, but it is what it is. I need better turrets before I really worry about anything else. And this base layer is not particularly conducive. Still, I feel more comfortable. Little bit of defense on the go. Right, and before I forget, let's do, was it MISC? Yeah. Ceiling fan 1 by 1 for you in there. Gonna need to vent these places as well, aren't I, actually? I haven't vented any of this. I'll leave the bathrooms for the time being and see whether or not that ends up actually needing the venting. Most of the rooms here aren't vented, are they? And probably should be. Oh, that's almost a hospital done. Are you going to be really awkward and not let me select stuff properly? Kinda. Was that visitors again? Ooh. Almost at the point where I can actually treat you properly. Is that plant scrap randomly forbidden as well? No. Nope, just hanging around. Cool. Get that side of things done as well. Can't help but feel like... Excuse me. Can't help but feel like using these ceiling fans might just be a better way of doing things. How expensive are they in comparison? 40 steel, 1 component. That's way more expensive than a light, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, I take that back. Ooh, mad squirrel. How many squirrels are there? 4. A whole 4 squirrels, guys. Are we prepared for this? This is scary times. Let's send out a team to meet the squirrels as they come in. Oh, the squirrels are already there. They're closer than I expected. Leave Jackalope at it because he can't fight. Chevron's gonna have to come in and help. You two gonna have to stop there. Yeah. Squirrel overkill with the anti-material rifle. I kinda sent the wrong group of folks for this, didn't I? Moldoc, where are you? Get down here. I needed the slightly more appropriate guns. Right, you two start moving before you get shot by Marivio with an LMG. Okay, we're all good so far. Yeah, maybe you two can go and stand up there now. We might as well come out and meet the squirrel threat as it arrives. How many of them are left? 1 squirrel remains, and it's not where I am. But it's going to get shot by a turret. That's fine. I think. Yeah. Don't you go and beat on my door? He's going to smash through it as well. It's only a wooden one. Damn it. There we go. Slight overkill, but whatever. Better than being beaten up by blooming... Why are you... Oh, you've not built the little bit of power conduit there. Or I cancelled it somehow. Nice, that's gas operation. We're going to get these turrets so quickly and I'm going to end up replacing all the ones we've got, aren't I? Oh. Nice. Next up, let's go hygiene and get some stall doors on there. And your toilet. Let me click it. And someone needs to still move that light. Why is everyone having like a social experience in the bathroom here? Stop disturbing his bath, Jackalope. Yeah, chatted about short people. Yep, I know that. Good old conversation, that one about short people. So I reckon, what do? We do a basin next to the light. That way we're not using up any of that space. And furniture-wise, kinda didn't really leave myself much room. So I could do one there, one there. That would fit. I could do one against the wall. Oh, yeah, I've really not left myself much room for this at all. What a stupid layout. Let's cancel both of those and see if I can do something more sensible if I use that space. Because I want at least I know we're not going to be having that many prisoners at once, but you want at least a couple of bits in there. No, it's pretty stupid. I did not do this very well at all. Balls. At some point, I need to see whether putting 2 beds next to each other works. I guess this is as good a chance as any. Don't know if I can actually force someone to go and sleep in it. No, cancel that as well. Till we work out where we're putting this stuff. Who's... Oh, Kenzo. Kenzo's not even mine. Someone fishing for me. How kind. How very kind of them. That turret's not even been moved yet. Metal-wise, we've got plenty of metal, so that's not going to be a problem. We did get the Ancient Danger Alert from this, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did get the Ancient Danger Alert when we first went near that, so that's something to potentially think about in the near future. Nothing else, there'll be plasteel and all sorts of goodies in there. Wooden bed masterwork. Now, there's no easy way of forcing someone now to go and test that. Let's go and find someone who sleeps on their own. Moosh, you've temporarily got a new bed, my friend. Set owner Moosh. Just to double check if those beds are accessible. If they are, then this layout can be made to work. It's not the nicest in the world, but having 3 tiles on the floor is better than not. And then you go and, I don't know, you'd have your basin and your light there, and you'd have room for a game of Urboard. Okay, so we can get at those. Nice. And you'd leave room, no less, for game of and maybe even a little table. Table and chairs. Or am I just packing it in too much now? Might just be packing it in a bit much now. What's going to be more important, giving them a recreation source or making them eat off the floor? Probably the recreation source. Okay, so toilet, basin, light. I need to get these set for prisoners soon now as well. Set owner unassigned. Unassigned. Maybe I can't do it while he's in bed. It would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? Kick him out of bed. I've decided that's not your bed anymore. Sorry. And then guest side should be way more straightforward, because if they can get in like that, and that works, then ta-da! That one's being moved anyway, but yeah, that makes that side of things super easy. Then all I need to worry about is giving them some light in their room. Maybe some statues in there later or whatever. Same way, this can probably now go somewhere more sensible. This doesn't need to be in there at all. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to do the job of literally moving everything down 1 square. Bit arbitrary, but it'll make me feel better. It'll make I know some of you guys will feel better for it as well. The neater it is, the happier some people get. For other people, this is just wasting time, which makes it an awkward balance. Cool, that's another turret going up out there. Yeah, they are slowly working their way through it. Oh, that's something I remember we never actually added into the system, even though we got it, is I've now got septic tanks. So a slate septic tank? I doubt we've got enough for that, have we? No, it needs 100. No, let's hold on for that for a second until we've got enough wood supplies then. But, yeah, septic tank soon. Now, I also said, let's zone shrink zones. Now, I said I was going to provide these guys with essentially a route to walk up and down this, and I think that's probably a good plan. So that's 3 from the end. This is 4 from the end. All right. At some point, I will also go in there and sort of properly rearrange it into separate piles so we know where everything is cleanly. Is this stuff still allowing mush? I don't know why rotten would be on. Why are you allowing... Oh, mechanoid corpses. Yeah, we can allow mechanoid corpses in here. I'm just wondering why we've got things like crushed rock and mush. I can never find mush in the list when I want it. Waste? Nope. Not plant scraps, so an item perhaps. Aha. Plant matter, no. Potted mush should not be in there. Does that mean we've not... Yeah, this pile is full and we've no longer got anywhere to put it. So expanding the rotted mush / animal attraction pile. This is all going to be missing sand, which I think is the rock mill for sand. Extract sand and clay from dirt. Make 5 sand from crushed. Yeah, that's sand. 5 lots of 5. That'll keep us going for the time being. This really badly needs a door, I think. Might be a good plan. I think it's probably about time we started putting stronger doors on the outside of these places as well. And materials-wise... I thought I asked them to haul all of that. Have you already gone through all of it? Whoa. Okay. Charging our way through the sandstone at the moment. Have we got any other sort of neat piles lying around that we could probably bring back? No. No, we do not. Not close by, at least. Awkward. Like to the point where I might end up having to actually mine. Oh, actually no. There's a big enough bunch there. Bring it back. Right. Wildlife. Cougar, walk. Arctic wolf, fox. Arctic fox. Okay. Probably time to assemble a hunting party now we've got places. That needs to shift into here once this has got light and so on. These need to come down to the plant room, which I've built at such a size that it's not actually of any use whatsoever. That internal wall was a bit of a stupid idea. Oh well. Actually, no, that's fine. I can put one there as well. Yeah, that works. This is room for a single fire-foam popper. Visitors... Oh, I almost missed the combat supply. Jackalope. All the combat supply. Ain't got no time for missing that. This is important. I did miss it already. Damn it. Yep, I missed it already. Idiot. Too focused on what I'm doing building-wise. Not a good plan. Right, Moosh. This should be 4 prisoners. Confirm. Guests. Oh, yes. For some reason, guests don't do the whole area. That's a lot of guest beds, but we are actually starting to get quite a few guests show up. So, 1 last bed in here, and then... Do I put a dresser down? Dresser does it do all 5? Yeah, it does do all 5. Nice. So if I wanted to, I could do a dresser and an end table. Do end tables do all 5? No. Putting a dresser in each room could work. Might just jam pack them up a bit too heavily as well, mind. Nice. I mean, not the prettiest in the world, but we'll do the job. That can be held open. Didn't actually really need to be an auto door, honestly. There's also the question with this septic tank. I assume the septic tank can go outside. It'd be a bit weird for it to have to be indoors, but never know. Yeah, Yeah, supplies-wise, it's the stone that's really holding us up now, and maybe a bit on the metal front, because apparently we're running low on that too. Going through this stuff hella fast. Let's not poke our way accidentally into there, shall we? Probably a good plan. Right, turrets are done. Those turrets are done. That one hasn't been moved yet. And it feels like maybe we could do with another one down here as well. What are we out of? Not enough. We're out of components now. We're running out of everything. Get into that with power. And right, screw that. Later. We've got mining of all sorts of varieties to do. Right, can't get at those components. So next up, I think there was some just down here. Gimme, gimme. Yeah, go on then. We've got some extra of that queued up. Do we want to go for... There's a bunch of weird component patches about the place. Shouldn't be running short on those. There's even one right there. Maybe that'll open up into some more metal. That'd be great. Yes, please. Oh, mostly cleared out. Everybody looking pretty damn happy. That's what I like to see. Now let's reinstall both of these tables down one. And oh, okay. Can't do it that way around, no worries. You can be reinstalled down there for now. You can be deconstructed. Then next up is this bit, but I want to get floors down in here. We added wood as well. We got 100 wood. It's our trees. Our trees are done. They're harvesting them. It's only taken, how many years have we been here? 171 days. I can't remember how long a year is in Rimworld. It's like a quarter of a normal one or something. But yeah, statistics. Playtime 1 day, 1 hour. Right, okay. It doesn't actually say in there. It's starting to look a little neater from above. We're starting to get these done as well. Limestone needs to be cut as well. Okay. And I probably should keep that limestone because otherwise it's going to look really odd. And the cause for the lack of stone is all this and allowing that bit to all be finished. Probably could have not bothered with that, in honesty. Eh? Unfertilized muffalo chicken eggs? Okay. Yeah, how is our... Right, that's a question. What are we like with handling? Mick is actually pretty good. Good, we're going to need that. We're going to need that. We're also going to need to run... Oh, the power's already run round there. Cool. Okay, that makes my life a little easier. So, first things first, furniture, hospital bed, leaving room for multi-analyzers. Picked. Get those down. We're going to want a silver floor in there, which we can't afford. And then we're going to want to do these ones with whatever spare stone we end up with once we finally... hopefully end up with some spare stone. Should also really floor over our stockpile at some point because they'll be moving a bit slower on this than they would be otherwise, right? Yeah, soil walk speed reduced. Certainly packed dirt, but yeah. Might as well do it properly, right? Moosh is yanking steel back. Where's Moldok? Moldok's asleep. Okay. Why is Moldok seemingly sleeping way longer than everybody else? Like every time I go and check, he's asleep. Not for any real reason. Okay. He's just using his free time for sleeping when everyone else is using it for joy and whatnot. Yeah, last stage. I know this room here at the moment seems like a massive waste, but it's going to end up getting used by the guests, by obviously our colonists. It ends up getting used by a lot of people, and they spend a lot of time in there, so it might as well be really nice. Plus, if you take into account how many beds we actually have, there's 8 up there, so we've got 16 beds. And oh look, 16 seats at the table. Thumbs up. Not intentional, but it works. Yeah, they're sort of a bit quicker going in and out of there, because you can see the speed boost when they're not walking over other items. How are we doing? We're in Jugust. Ooh, and I'm assuming that you guys can hear that. It sounds like I'm due a storm. How long have I been recording for? Okay. Just keeping an eye out, because I might want to potentially turn the PC off if it gets too violent. But for now, I think we're alright. Wakey wakey boys, I want to get most of it done today. I want people in comments to be like... Comments? I was going to say chat for some reason. People in comments to be like, yeah, look how happy I am that it's finished, rather than, oh god, it's ugly, you're doing it wrong. The reason it's also weird is you keep forgetting what you're doing. It's correct, but I prefer the positive comments rather than stop being an idiot wasted. Fair or otherwise. Bit more compacted machinery. Can we ask these guys to like haul stuff around for us, please? Can you just come and haul stone back and forth? That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. Nice. And these rooms aren't... Okay. I just thought for a second, hang on a second. Technically, this is all quite hot, the equipment that's in there. Does that actually make any difference? But no, I think we're all good. The only question now is these rooms and how I do radiators. I might end up having to put a radiator on the walls here. See what it ends up looking like when things start getting cold this winter. And try and make sure we've got supplies saved for when that happens. Nice, almost done with that. Let's make sure that that is set as a ignore roof area. Yep, good, good. They'll end up building all of this automatically once the structure's finished. I'm going to speed them up a bit. Speed them up because there is lots to do. We still... Yeah, I might go hunting, as I mentioned. Are we going to end up using... We're going to use all of our special meds to put these together, I suspect, because it's what... Oh, I could have sworn hospital beds needed meds to build. Ah. It must be the vital monitors that need medicine to build, then. Well, that's helpful. But yes, not going to be able to afford... How much silver is it per tile? Let's have a look. Sterile tile is 12 silver per tile. Oof. Especially as in reality, I should really be doing this to the kitchen and the butchering room as well. They were amazed by my hospitality. Dino Scaly Wolf War Veil. And they have to do rat times 2. Ha. Animus. You need your areas updated. There is no need for the animus to go into any of these areas. Thank you all. You're still clear of that. Yet I don't want you in this area either, or in the fridge. That's looking fine. That's fine. No other growing spots that I need to add. Nope. I don't really think you have any reason to go in there either. All you're going to do is muddy the place up. Yeah, that looks okay. And then I might as well, for cleanliness sake, just tidy up any weird bits that are outstanding. Oh, that looks alright. Why, those are all still forbidden. They've actually got materials in them. Oh, this is going to be stingy on the old money, but it's worth doing. And to be honest, mostly what I've been doing of late is selling things rather than buying things, so that works. Do we not... We don't have anywhere to put this stuff, do we? No, we have nowhere to put, like, tainted Aperol. Yeah, I need to either set up a fire to burn it, or just dump it outside until it... Yeah, let's just find one of the stockpiles and allow it to jump in there. That was a bit of an odd pause on the game there. That normally means a raid is spawning or something. So... Apparel, allow clean, no. And yes, before someone says again, I am well aware that I get a washing machine later down the line. But if you look at where it is, it's here. That is 16,600 research away. And I should really be looking at things like electric pumps and air conditioning and fire suppression and so on first. Hence why, honestly, for the sake of getting some of this stuff out of the way, let's just dump it all outside for now. I'm not sure why that 9 medicine is forbidden. Actually I am sure. I was saving it for the medical beds that don't need it. Infection chance multiplier from room, 58%. Does that start as a baseline of 0, or does that start as a baseline of 100? Because technically it's a multiplier. A 55% multiplier you would expect to be like a negative multiplier, essentially. But I'm not sure I want to make that assumption. Cool, furniture-wise, genetics. There's a lot of stuff to fit in that room, genetics-wise. Oh, do I want to get the floor down first? Probably. Because the floor will get in the way. I won't be able to put it properly underneath some of the, what do you call them? Machines? Tables? Like, what would be the overall term for these? Because it's not really workbenches, because some of them are like genetic recombobulation pods and weird things like that. Yep, that is officially all of our silver gone. I don't think we ever found any on the map either. Hang on. That hostile Arctic fox wandered in. Yes, it is. Okay, I said we were going to do some hunting. Let's do some hunting. That there is genetic material just walking around. Oh yes, Moldoc. You go off and do your thing, and Jackalope is fine as well. Right, you guys. This may take a while, my friends, because we need to go around and find all the hostile wildlife and do it. Look how much stuff in there that was in there was tainted, after all. Okay, cougar. Down the bottom, cougar down the bottom. Warg off to the side. Down the bottom as well, and red fox. So they're all the other side of the map at the moment, fine. Yeah, I do want this because the genetic material opportunities won't come around that often. And while we're out there, we might also want to... there's a walking fridge up there. Do I want Brontosaurus genetic material? That is the question. Yeah, the genetic material is super handy, and especially things like the fox and wolf stuff, for example. So not one to turn down when they're on the map. They won't always be. There's one of them. Oi, oi. Have a poke. No, don't stop now. Now then, cougar's over here. Feline genetic material, also helpful. What? Annoyingly, the genetic material that's really helpful is actually Boomalope genetic material, of all things. And I don't recall seeing a single Boomalope on this map. Okay, so the other cougar I could have sworn... Okay, the other cougar's actually down over there, but the warg is up here. Let's kill the warg, because those, to be honest, are even more annoying. I don't actually know what genetic material you get from a warg. Dog, I guess? Yeah. I assume it's dog descendant or wolf descendant rather than cat descendant. So that just leaves red fox that we almost missed behind us. And the one cougar that's the other side of the map that I will leave for now. Did manage to wind them up really quite a lot just on that small little run. Right, wood-wise we've got loads, so for the floor in here for now, let's get that down, and the same for in here for now. Not ideal, but it'll do for the time being. course, getting that stuff down. Oh, folks, I want to have a look at it at the end like it's almost finished. It does seem like the storm stopped, thankfully. Single burst of thunder and nothing else. Noise. Obviously, we're going to want... let's have a look. We're going to want lights in here. I'm trying to think, actually, let's have a look at the recreation. Where would the TVs fit when I come to put one in? So you'd obviously put one there, and... one there, I think. Obviously I'm not going to. Let's forbid those, in fact. That way I'll remember they're supposed to go there, and then whack down. That means we can have a standing lamp either side of the TV. Not that you'd ever want to do that and make watching the TV really annoying, but... yeah, just right. I must mention, I keep right-clicking away these camp quests and so on. I will eventually do some, but as it currently stands, there's too much going on in the colony. It's too poorly defended. Once we get a bit more solidly set up, then perhaps that's something I'll do, but not quite yet. Oh no, there it is again. It's back. Apparently I'm summoning it or something. I don't know. Call the thunder. That is a lot of tattered apparel. Tainted, not tattered. Like most of what we were storing. I'm surprised we've still got silver for this. Have they got... We're going to be able to finish the whole floor and still have 14 left, like it was almost planned. I think we are. Hey! Hospital boys! Let's see. We're out of metal again, aren't we? And we're chewing through that metal. Blurmin' hell. I'm not even sure how I'm going to be able to solve it either. It's like... okay, I'm building a lot of hospital beds, but I'm going to still need metal in the future. I suppose less building I'm doing, the more we get people working on the smelter, for example. That's better. Looks like we're going to have enough stuff to actually finish off that properly as well. I don't know why they're deciding that that's more important than these walls up here, but I'm fine with that. They also seem to be alternating between doing something there, something there, something there, and going round in a certain circle. Caravan. Okay. Of course, just a nice reminder for me that if I build wood floors everywhere, it will set fire to the base. They'll slowly get replaced, but wood's cheap. Cheap and quick. Yeah, it's a fair bit of stuff. And then I think, well, we should probably, I tell you what, let's also do a little, let's copy settings, and then let's shrink the zone up here by, say, that amount. And then let's have a new zone that's just for genetic material at the top. Yes, this looks like quite a lot of stuff just for genetic material. Trust me, this will end up being right. Base settings, and then... Obviously, I don't need to pay settings, do I? It's just clear all, don't allow rotten, and then find ourselves genetics. So I think it's under manufactured genetic materials. There you go. Yes, but no. So all the genetic materials go in there, but the incubators go somewhere else. Cool. Slightly annoying that ended up being the same colour as the rest. Another party? Aren't they having a good time? Except for the fact that I'm about to nick one of them to go and do some trading. What on earth is that? Not Govella Caterpillar. What is Govella Caterpillar riding? Apparently I can't even see. Anyway. Go trade with Sam. Oh, they've got Arctic wolves and a Spinosaurus. Wow, that's what it is. It's a Spinosaurus and it's worth a lot. Like a lot. I really need... I was going, ooh, they've got wolves I can buy, but in reality, I really need money, don't I? I need cash. And I think the best way to get some cash is to do some bowler hat trading. Let's keep the toques, because we are actually using those, but these bowler hats, a bit less so. And look at the cash we can get from, well, like, more cash than they have, in fact. Cash we can get from bowler trading is great. And then please take everything that's broken as well. 753, so we're not going over yet. Anything else I can add? Oh, that looks good. We've changed from 57 to 58. Tiny improvement. And last few bits of floor, come on. Is this all grown now as well? Hey! Making our own wood, no less. Advanced. Let's not have that forbidden, and let's also stop being an idiot and whack the sand to the top of the list so it actually gets done. Party's finished, that room's finished, so we've got a genetics plan to build for next time, work out what we're going to put and where in there. Get my crematorium. Crematorium? Is it? Yeah, it is crematorium that fits in that spot. Yeah, that works. And our research to finish as well. Well, I'm thinking that is a pretty good point for us to call it. To be honest, it's been an hour. Somehow Cass has left me alone for the hour, but look, little progress. No, I know, I still haven't done this bit. That's next, I promise. Once the base is sorted, as I said, imagine these things just in their own little rooms, because we don't need the heat from anymore, and the plants themselves move to somewhere completely different, like maybe over here, in just a building that's right there. Maybe I even attach it onto the edge of the base on this side, or on this side, but that's in the near future for let's get rid of the last properly ugly bit, right? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, guys, then again, I apologise for the big delay before this one, but hopefully things are looking up for me now, and I can get back to normal and get you the Rimworld and the Stalkers and so on out. And if you have liked it, click that like button for me. Really helps me in the channel out. If you haven't, dislike it right next door. Otherwise, folks, I'll catch you for the next one.